can't hide forever long.
Ha! Where are you?
Still breathing. Who did this?
No surrender!
Here I come! Something's going on. I'll hunt ya down.
As written in the people's voice, such is the fate of all hoarders and exploiters. Those who had all will have nothing. Those who idled shall toil.
Say it! You're not going anywhere!
I'll find out! Daisy! Here I come! Come out, come out! To arms! Still breathing. Who did this? I'll hunt ya down! I can smell. Kill her! It's you and me against the world. Pretty nice over here. We abide neither dilly-dalliers nor milling. Address your order promptly, or find your contract terminated and live in court.
Who's out there? Let none live! My living room.
Yeah, there's a war coming. You can smell it in the air. Fear, hatred, people dying every day. But how many more will suffer if we rise up? Violence begets violence, I know this. I've seen this. The rational mind argues for a peaceful solution to find a common ground, but what common ground is there to find for a father who watches his child bleed out in the street? How do you deny him his vengeance? I know that fire that burns deep inside. I know it all too well. And when the time comes, will I be able to stay the hand?
It's not gonna work. Better take a closer look at that clock.
A giant clock.
Sort of. Looks like the mechanism unlocks certain activities when Fink gives his blessing.
So what? We're stuck waiting for the cuckoo to go off?
No, there's a slot for some kind of key for manual winding. We've just gotta find that.
Sure seems like a lot of work to lock down a few doors.
Yeah, well, if there's one thing Fink loves, it's a lot of work. We've got the clock key.
As to the matter of religion, let me place myself in the camp of the agnostic. I pretend to understand the mysteries of the infinite no more than you, Comstock, or anyone else for that matter. But for the sake of argument, let's say this is all one unhappy accident, and we're all alone in our toils. Then who would Comstock use to control and shame us with rules that apply only to those with not a penny in their pocket? If there were no God, you could rest assured the first deed done by the first rich man would be inventing him.
Good. How to get that idiot his lock of hair.
Listen, I got you your guns. I'm here for my...
But Mark DeWitt died for the Vox Populi. Either an imposter or a ghost. Mark DeWitt was a hero to the cause. A story to tell your children. You just complicated it.
Look, are you there? I miss you. You were the only one who ever... You were my only friend. Booker,
I'm not even here. I'm a projection of your own...
could you humor me then? Please.
I think Booker would miss you.
going to answer for this. What's going on?
Still pretty hungry.
Find her!
They want you?
Sneaking around
They
again.
want to go through me first.
The others will worry about it.
Someone's sneaking around.
Can I find you?
Somebody hide!
Hunt you down!
Death you gonna answer for this, girl? Barely killed.
I have a pressing need to speak to this so-called false shepherd, stirring up so much trouble. We got enough problems without this damn fool shooting up the city and blaming it all on the Vox. Though if he's amiable, yeah, he might be just the fellow we need for our immediate concerns.
Lousy turn. Who is sneaking around out there?
Make you die, Reed.
Ah!
Ah! Oh!
No escape!
Just mind you, Dilly.
They want you?
Come out of there!
You're gonna have to go through me first.
To arms! Who done this?
Guess she ran off.
Someone about? And I'll be running this town soon enough. Still breathing. Who did this?
Somebody hiding!
I'll hunt you down.
Daisy sacrificed herself. Set me up to kill her, to turn me into what?
A killer.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished. I'm no martyr. How did you do it, Booker? How did you...
Elizabeth, I'm not Booker.
And neither am I.
Seems like Fink and Suchong were sharing their research.
Like the Lutesses. Cross-reality collaboration. It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables. What is all this?
Imprinting. That's a wire mother. If you separate a gorilla from its real mother, it will imprint on almost anything. Even that.
Why would Fink care about that?
Songbird. You wanted him to imprint on me.
Well, if I recall, that was a problem he solved.
These poor things. Fink couldn't get them to imprint, so I left them to die. Imprinting failed. That can't be right. Clearly they formed a connection between Songbird and me.
How?
I was so young, I always remember him just being there. It must be a prototype or something.
Is it a human?
Does it matter? I tried hypnotherapy.
On the Songbird. How'd that go?
About as well as you'd expect. Booker. The little girl in the film. It's me. My God. Oh, I remember he'd crashed into the tower. I guess he was in some sort of fight. I waited there thinking I don't know, that something would happen, but he just lay there, moaning. I couldn't just...
The line with the thorn in its paw. So much for science.
I should have just left him there to die. I should have just... I will never escape it. Exploited, exploiting, me, Comstock, you, Sally. It's like a wheel of blood spinning round and round. Well, this must be the genetic sample Suchong wanted.
He sent you all the way back here for a sample of your own hair.
He doesn't know I was once the child that imprinted on Songbird. But to him, all the answers lie in DNA. Men like Suchong mistake an ounce of empathy for a pound of science.
It's open. See if anything's worth reappropriating. Check for stragglers. Spread out. I won't let you out of my sight. Something's going on.
Death to pigs!
Yeah!
You're right, are they? That's it. I'm coming for you!
It's so easy. Who's there? Here I come! Come back here. Still me. Who's out there? You can't hide forever.
What you got there? Dunno. Just grabbing anything that looks halfway there. Lousy traitors. I bet I can find them. Over here! Sega leg!
Who done this?
Since when did
Someone
you
about?
become Lord and Master?
Gun her down against the world.
Get it.
Long live Daisy!
Let none live!
Kill your oppressor!
I have a pressing need to speak to this so-called false shepherd, stirring up so much trouble. We got enough problems without this damn fool shooting up the city and blaming it all on the Fox. Though if he's amiable, yeah, he might be just the fellow we need for our immediate concerns.
We fight together for the cause.
Come out, come out! To arms! Who did this? And I'll be running.
What you got there? Dunno. Just grabbing anything that looks halfway there.
I heard
Over
you!
here! Seagull egg!
Since when did you become master?
Here I come!
Man, now at least I do for myself.
I will let you out of my
What
sight.
are you doing?
Look, Daisy! Who done this?
The others worry.
Someone about?
It's his fault.
Barely killed him.
No food. No.
Better look elsewhere. Just bide your time. Bide your time.
Who's there? I'll hunt you down. Little piggy! Let somebody else look for it.
Do you think Daisy really even had a choice?
What do you mean?
Right about now, I'm planting a pair of scissors in her back to protect a child she was never going to harm. She chose to die for her revolution. What about me? For all the endless worlds, all the infinite possibilities. Did I ever even have a choice? Did you?
Yeah. Booker thought he did.
Look where it got us. Right back where we started. All these infinite universes. And yet we end up just going down the same paths.
I don't take your meaning.
My father sold me to settle a marker. Comstock locked me up in a tower. And I sold Sally for what? Revenge to prove a point?
And yet, here you are, settling the debt.
And say we find her. The old past there damaged to the young. Isn't it too late for her now?
Well, I'd say that's up to her to decide. Just as coming back here was up to you.
Rapture runs on children. Little girls with gold growing in their bellies. I'm not gonna break any cycle. If I'm lucky, maybe I can dent it. Just a little.
Pretty lady has the hair? Deal is deal. Bring it to Suchong.
Pretty lady put hair sample in tube. Then, business is finished.
What's going on out there?
Bloodshed, violence, but not relevant to our arrangement.
Suchong! Suchong, we had a deal, now open!
Do you know what they call someone who enters a man's home uninvited? A thief. And I do not remember inviting you into my city.
I had a deal with Suchong.
Yi Chong is my employee. It was not a deal he was authorized to make.
What do you want?
I granted Atlas and his thugs asylum. You serve those same men in a desire to escape from my generosity. If they shall not have asylum, then they shall have liquidation. Give a parasite an ounce of charity, he'll demand a pound.
I'm just looking for a girl that was taken from me. A little sister.
I don't claim to understand what you are, but I know that you are special. There is business we can do together. And so I give you a choice. Work for me, or die with Atlas.
I'm not going anywhere without that girl.
If it's a little sister you want, that shouldn't stand in the way of commerce. I've got dozens of them.
I won't leave without her.
My men stand ready to take down the door. In 60 seconds, they will enter the room. They will either treat you as a valued employee of Ryan Industries, or as a thief in the night.
60 seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. Traps. I can use the plasmids as traps and seed the room with them. I gotta find somewhere to hide and surprise them. Take them down one by one. Booker, I'm scared.
They'll underestimate you, Elizabeth. People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with the detritus of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for rapture. 20 seconds. I will tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements. Andrew Ryan does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you. Time. You're not a hero. You're not even a parasite. You're just a rube. And Andrew Ryan has no time for rubes.
Gonna make short work of you.
What's all that rumpus? I'll make sure nobody messes with hair on that pretty head.
Time to pay the piper, sweetheart. Let's just say we're not here to teach the philosophy.
A disagreeable fellow, this Souchon.
That's surprising. I'd imagined he'd be right up your street.
I feel dirty sharing a universe with the man.
How poorly we see our own traits in others.
What do you mean?
You both see the world through a lens of science.
And what's wrong with that?
Ask young Miss Comstock.
I would, but I don't suppose she's any longer in a position to answer.
60 seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. Traps. I can use the plasmids as traps in it and seed the room with them. I gotta find somewhere to hide and surprise them. Take them down one by one. Booker. I'm scared.
They'll underestimate you, Elizabeth. People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with the detritus of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for rapture. 20 seconds. I will tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements. Andrew Ryan does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you. Time. You're not a hero. You're not even a parasite. You're just a rube. And Andrew Ryan has no time for rubes.
Not in the mood for this. This one's down for the count. We're not all easy targets, you get me?
Fun's just beginning.
Nothing's better across the two of us.
Ryan said to kill you or don't come back. Man, it ain't down for the count. I know you.
What was that?
Don't make me hunt you down like an animal.
Get back here!
What the... You still here, aren't you?
Don't think you can hide. This one's...
I beat your sharks, Ryan. The better man won. Isn't that the only thing you respect? Now let me the hell out of here.
Sounds like all hell's breaking loose out there. What's your plan?
I can't just place the particle on the ceiling. It would just tear right through it. But every building in Rapture was submerged into the ocean on a lunette ring, connected to the junction of its load-bearing supports.
That's fascinating and all, but if you haven't noticed, Ryan sent his goons to murder us. If you're gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat, now's the time to do it.
Looks like the structural junction is in Frank Fontaine's office. If I can get there, I can float the building.
It so happens I've taken that bastard's office for my own use. I'll make sure you've access to the private elevator. Now hurry.
We're not never respected, mate.
Not in the mood for this hide and seek.
There you are. Last time you'll screw me over.
Don't think you can. I've got you cold.
What you think was gonna happen? You cross Ryan and get off scot-free?
Come on! Won't steal my leads!
It's Ryan's goon squad.
Wade in, boys. Time to get your hands dirty.
They mean to make an example of me.
Now you're in the soup.
You will exceed or die!
Welcome to the Circus of Value. No refund, no return.
Get back here!
Burn everything you touch.
Some skirt and a bunch of mental cases.
Seems to me you asked for this.
Won't even
Time's up, you goddamn twist! Still here, aren't you? You can't keep running forever.
There she is!
Where is she? Lady, you're working my last nerve.
Hiding? That's how it's gonna be?
There's supposed to be a brunette. Anyone seen her? Look around! Let's just say we're not here to teach them philosophy.
I heard that.
More power to you, sister.
What's going on? There she is. Goddamn time you showed. Come on out. You got my full attention. You goddamn twist.
Nobody ever tells me nothing.
I'm on your side.
Show yourself. Oh well.
Nobody lays a hand on you. Time you showed. Not so long as I'm here. Time's up, you goddamn twist!
More power to you, sister. Not in the mood for this hide and seek.
Too bad. Killed the twist. To put talent like that to waste.
Where is she? Lady, you're working my last...
Party's over, huh?
You're still here, aren't you?
Look, I've had enough of this. Someone else can find her.
Wise idea crossing him.
You're still here, aren't you?
Fun.
Come on out. You got my full attention.
Anyone come across this girl he mentioned?
You judge a man by his enemies? Then Ryan doesn't amount to much. Some skirt and a bunch of mental cases.
Ran off? What's going on? There you are!
What makes the girl different? I suspect it has less to do with what she is, and rather more with what she is not. A small part of her remains from where she came. It would seem the universe does not like its peas mixed with its porridge.
You can't keep running forever.
Don't think you can hide.
There's supposed to be a brunette. Anyone seen her? Look around!
What's all that rumble?
Got you now! Ryan said to erase you! Time's up, you goddamn twist! Right off. No skin off my nose.
You judge a man by his... Ryan doesn't amount to much.
Told Ryan he should have given each of these clowns a book, not a prison.
Ryan's built up considerable cachet with me. He says you go, you go.
Too bad we gotta kill the twist. Shame to put talent like that to waste.
Maybe Ryan got tired of footing the bill for this place.
Fontaine smugglers put up a good fight at the fisheries. I'd expected more from this lot.
The hell was that?
Get in. If you're the girl in Atlas's crew. Back before happy hour.
What's going on? Where is she? Lady, you're working my last nerve.
Nobody lays a hand on you. Not so long as I'm here.
I've got you.
Don't make me hunt you down like an animal.
Who's there?
There she is!
I see her. Not in the mood for this.
Smart enough to know Ryan's smarter than all of us.